Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Journey. Today's video, we're going to be looking at the Snow Stomper with the most pain in the butt Dream Round boss that we have. Now, currently ranked 106. I'm going to try some different formations in here. You can see we've already used half of our attempts, but we did pretty well, and this is the formation that actually did it for us. Now, overall with this formation, I did have to change it up a little bit, and I'm going to change it up again looking here, and I want to actually have Thorin linked to Marilee. Now, Marilee, of course, because of the crazy amount of damage that this hero puts out, we are seeing her die out very, very fast in here. And then, of course, looking at the rest of the heroes, I'm going to swap up a little bit of this formation. I'm going to take out Corinne right here, and I'm going to put in, of course, one of the big debuffers, which is Kruger, hoping that we can maximize the damage in here. So essentially, between Timsia, looking at Thorin, looking at Marilee, and looking at Kruger, hoping to maximize the damage out of here. Now, interesting enough, when you come in here, getting the Star Shard spell can work very well, but a lot of players do run the Blazing spell. Now, the reason for this is the single target. You'll actually see some of the heroes in here, they will actually turn into snowmen. If you get the fireball can actually do damage in there, and also the survivability. You'll notice within this formation that we are not running any healers at all, which means the team has to stay alive for that full minute 30 without dying. So let's run through and see if we can get this one completed. Now, of course, Rias can be used in here. Shakira can be used in here. Unfortunately, I don't have them build. Even looking at Cassidy, Cassidy is another one that a lot of players do run in this game mode. Unfortunately, at this point, we don't have them built either way. And you've seen right there that there's not much of a turn that was actually going between those. I like Timsia in here. Timsia actually runs through and does a considerable amount of damage in a couple different places. Now, Kruger died out pretty quick right there. This is the big RNG factor that we see within this fight, because boom, we're going to have some of the crowd control. We're also going to have, there we go. So right there, we did have Odie, which was actually encased in that snowman, meaning that taking a lot of damage. Also looking at Thorin and Timsia, both of them have a self-heal. That is very important in this game mode because, of course, with that self-heal, now look at that. Very, very fast. Marilee swaps targets to Odie, and you'll notice the same does not happen the other way, meaning that if we have that snow that actually falls on Marilee, the targeting doesn't swap as fast. So Odie will continue to attack the Snow Stomper and not actually swap to Marilee. So again, we didn't get any further in there, and I was really hoping that we could push the envelope a little bit right here. But looking at some of the variations to this, what a lot of players actually do, even if we drop out the hero there and put in Shakir, Shakir's another one. Physical damage, because of course you're getting the big boost in here from Kruger. And overall, Corinne can also be one that is used in here for the simple fact that he has physical damage, does a considerable amount of damage. But the big thing with Corinne is Corinne does provide shields. Also, players do run Koko, so I'm going to try it in here, just swapping this out a little bit, and I'm going to put Corinne in here. I think being up front is going to be just fine, but I'm hoping that essentially we're going to have Kruger live a little bit longer, and also with Corinne's shielding ability, we can keep essentially Marilee and also keep Odie alive. Again, we went through, we did a couple different variations in here, a couple different formations, and overall, even right there, so Corinne actually got snowballed, which means that Marilee and Odie were allowed to do a lot more damage. And here comes that shielding aspect that we like. Corinne will actually pop right in the back row. Boom, big attack right there. And then the shielding aspect will keep these heroes alive, which is exactly what we need because, again, we don't have the healing aspect in here. So as long as we can get these snowmen down very quick. And like I was saying, looking at Odie right there, Odie actually didn't switch targets over to the snowman until we were quite a bit further down, which you can see Odie has a little shield right there. Boom, its shield goes up on Marilee, which was the last 15 seconds left. Just have to keep them alive. Pushing damage right here. Marilee's might go down, which she does. Little bit of RNG factor there, but there is 43, almost 44 million there, just over 43. But very, very close with the build. Now, I'm almost wondering, looking at what we have right here, as I know Thorin linked to Marilee, but you can see Corinne doing quite a bit of damage, is if we swapped out Kruger, where exactly would that look like? How much damage would these three heroes be pushing? Because also remember that Odie, you can see Odie is the top damage dealer here. To really break it down, and Odie essentially as well, not only being the top damage dealer in here, but Odie as well is magic damage, meaning there is no buff there from Kruger. So I'm wondering if, let's hop in here, and I want to drop out Kruger. I want to put in Koko, and we'll swap this formation a little bit. Having Koko in here, Koko does have some pretty good buffs. Now, of course, we're not going to get the big defensive reduction. And this is how I've been kind of playing around with the formations. I'm going through here with a multitude of formations. And of course, some of it, unfortunately, does come down to a little bit of an RNG factor that we do see, because, of course, the silence will end. All of these ultimate abilities are going to go ahead and trigger. Boom, there we go. So we got some life drain, we got some attack up. This, of course, with Koko is going to provide an incredible amount of survivability. We just have to see exactly how much it hurts our damage with having the healers buffed up in here. But also remember, Koko is providing a shielding aspect as well. So I'm hoping the attack up, the shielding aspect, is going to make a big difference. A lot of players underestimate Koko. Guys, Koko is a really, really strong buffer in here. And even they're taking down the targets really fast. A couple seconds left. And it looks like we might be able to push the envelope here. Maybe it's going to be really close. Snowman is up. And we're out at 4.2. So 42 right there. So again, we are literally getting right there. I feel like we just need to step up a little bit more damage. 13, even 14 right there with that attack. Again, having maybe Corinne built up a little bit. And I wonder, almost swapping out Thorin. If we could swap out Thorin and by chance have the ability, and I'm just wondering if by chance looking, and I know dropping Kruger in here, this is going to be our last attempt, but I'm going to give it a go. I think Marilee might die, but you know what? Dropping Kruger in here might amplify enough damage in trying to keep the heroes alive, especially running Kruger in here for the buff. And then, of course, running Koko in here. So having Koko in here as well, I think we might be able to keep the targets up with the physical buff. This might be the best attempt if we can get it down. And even there, guys, switching over our targets. Very, very slow in that one. But if Kruger dies, which he did, but we still got the buff. That's okay. We still got the buff. I know Thorin's not putting a lot of damage in this game mode, but I feel like Corinne, we can maximize some damage in here. If we can get some of the life leech up. There we go. Snowman went pretty quick. And of course, we take the big snowball there on Koko. Ultimate ability's going off, so attack speed, life drain is up. That one went down real fast. Yeah, I think with the next Snowman, see, we don't have enough. 42, 43, 43.5. I believe the best we did was around maybe 44. I think it was pretty close. But we are right at what? 45. So we did 45 in there. So again, looking at the formations, I'm really trying to test them out, seeing exactly what works. And of course, looking in here, when we tried using, again, a few different heroes, we actually swapped in here. We tried using Floribel. So Floribel, of course, was a hero that we have built out quite a bit. We unfortunately don't have her far enough because the Mythic Plus is going to give a pretty big ability to keep her little minions alive, which of course are going to go ahead and build those out. Now looking at a few heroes in here like Temsia. Temsia, unfortunately, we don't have any more copies of. We do have to summon a little bit further in there, but starting to add a lot more stars on a bunch of these heroes are really making a big difference when we can go ahead and continue progression in here. And again, looking at our Snow Stomper, this is the absolute biggest pain in the ass boss that we have seen. So guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think and how are you scoring within the Snow Stomper. And as always, thank you guys for watching.